Hey, sixth grade, it's Mrs. Bree coming at you. I know some of you had some trouble with doing the discovery activity for seafloor spreading when we were talking about the effects of a change in density. So I thought I would come to you today and be able to show it to you. So following along in the book, they were talking about what's the effect of the change in density. And they have you filling up a pan of water, partially full, which I have in front of me here, and to open up a dry washcloth in my hands, and to feel it. It feels very light. So the volume of my washcloth is going to be the same whether it's soaking wet or whether it's bone dry. What does change though is the density, how heavy it is for that same volume. So when something is heavier or more dense, it's the same space that it takes up, but it's going to wind up changing its behavior or its activity. So my instructions tell me to moisten one edge of the washcloth in the water. So I'm just going to come over here to the edge and I'm just going to get the edge of it wet. Okay, see how I'm doing that? Okay. Then they want me to gently place this washcloth so that it floats on the water's surface. But I can tell you already that one part of my washcloth feels so much heavier than the other. So I have a feeling it's going to happen pretty quickly, what we're going to see. But I'm going to try it anyway. To gently place this washcloth on the water. And if you can see, one part of my washcloth went down immediately. And it was the one that was more dense, or the one that was wet. So let's try it one more time again, but while we're doing it, let's go over the think it over questions. They're asking me, how did the washcloth's density change? When my washcloth got wet, how did the density change? Well, density again is the measurement of the mass over the certain volume. So the mass got heavier on this one side, even though it still took up the same amount of space as the rest of the washcloth. And my second question was, what effect did this change in density have on my washcloth? Well, let's try and see it again, but I think what it's showing me is that immediately the more dense side, the wet side, went and sunk much faster than the regular side. And you can see already the edges here are all curving down. So that second run wound up working out even better. So my more dense material winds up sinking before my less dense material does. And there you've got it. Hopefully you can apply this concept to why certain things happen when it comes to seafloor spreading and to subduction. In subduction, our more dense, older material, that colder, heavier material is going to sink before the lighter, new material does. Alrighty guys, I miss you so much in class. Hang in there, you're doing a great job with online learning. I'll come back to you soon.